at the moment in Senegal. It's different territories, really. We do have different territories where games are being hosted in the competition in the early rounds, and we'll take our time to focus on the latest from the NBA basketball scene too. Lebron James has set another record for himself, and teams are trying to qualify for the playoffs. We have details of these and more to come through on Courtside, and when we're done with Courtside in about 40 minutes time, we'll switch over to Game On. Well, the exciting football series will be on the cards too, so don't touch it down. We're here to serve you in style. Thank you very much for being there for us. This is the nation's first news talk and sports radio station. It is 99.3 Nigeria Info, and Courtside is live right now. Let's take you through this exciting ride. My name is Chuma Noli, always a delight hosting this one with my guys, cast and crew. You know, the guys are certainly here to just add some extra life to your Monday evening, as we do every time we come on board. First off is a man who's weighing something around 185 pounds. He's 6 feet 3 tall. Give it up for Azubike Onitsha. That's Tenoch.
Nobody's doing something. Hey! This is all fake. I don't like fake stuff. I'm wearing a top quality shirt. You know, I've made it in life. Good evening to the listeners. Good evening to Chuba and also Daniel. Great to be here to talk basketball. And what's interesting me, the biggest news for me, I don't know what Lebron James has done. It has to be that man, the Jesus boy, celebrating his birthday today, Steph the chef. That's why I'm posting a lot of foods on my WhatsApp. He's the chef, but he can't cook, so I'm representing that part of him, you understand. But it's great to be here to talk basketball. Basketball Africa League is also doing very well. We're still in the Sahara Conference. We'll be looking forward to the Now Conference much later. It's beautiful. Basketball is showing us everything. 30, 10, 10. LeBron James, you don't try.
I believe you, man. Well. And that's why you also do have the NBA tag on your shirt.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to call myself the African NBA commissioner.
I will take it. Respect to you, man. By the way, let's also pay huge respect to this guy who's, he's going through so much just to ensure that young persons in these parts of the world can have access to the luxury of playing basketball. Shouldn't be a luxury on a good day, but we know that because of the absence of basketball courts around Lagos and Nigeria, we don't have them as accessible as we have for football fields. It's now like a luxury, but hey, we do have a chance for talents from Nigeria to become big in the USA. But first off, we have to make them shine bright here by providing facilities for them too. Daniel Chuguma is in here. Good evening to you, Dan.
Good evening, Chuma. Good evening, Azu. Good evening, Lagos. I'm speechless right now because so much has happened, and we're trying to pull so many things, and we get to meet a lot of exciting, amazing people who have touched so many lives and still wanting to do more. Despite the issues going on in the country. Azu, do you have lights?
Okay, like that's in a general stuff right
let
now.
me on them.
But on a more playful note now, I ask myself that question every time. It's a shame because over the years I should have had friends who work with the electricity company, whether it's NEPA, we used to call them back in the day, or PHDD, or Eco Electricity Distribution Company, ECDC or something like that. Now, but I always wonder, how do they take that light? Like, they'll just say, okay, Azu stays around VI. Guy, go and check the VI stuff. Go and turn it off. I wonder how they do it. Like, when you say,
so I saw
take light.
I saw a comic video a long time ago. Yeah. The man took his son to his workplace. He's actually one of the engineers who was supposed to be on duty that night. He said, Daddy, can I press this one? Nadia, that my ex this day. Put it off. It was a
so they just say, Anthony in Lagos, they have lights now. Go and check the Anthony switch. Turn it off. As you turn it off, turn on the one for Victoria Island. I'd love to find out.
You didn't notice when we were watching football games back then, they would just switch off your light if you're celebrating.
That happened that year, man. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of our presentation. Time is moving very quickly, and that's what happens every time we come here for Courtside. First off, before we come out, make we check what's in the happens for our Domots and Nigeria. We'll already start preparations for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. That will come up later this year, though. But how about planning early enough? 22nd of September is when that will kick off and last until October 1. Nigeria's D Tigress pitted alongside France, Serbia, Japan, Canada, and Australia in Group B. Australia, the host nation for the competition, and the location for the games will be Sydney. Captain of Nigeria's female national team, Adora Ilono, has told Nigeria Info exclusively that the target for the ladies will be to have a podium finish. She knows that will not be that easy, but she wouldn't mind. The last time we competed in this, in 2018, Nigeria got to the quarterfinals. It was the first time ever an African team got to the quarterfinals of the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. And Adora says the target this time around is to see if they can win a medal in the competition.
But when we get there, we're definitely always trying to aim for a podium finish. Whether it comes with disappointment or not, that's our aim, our goal. But to still take it a game at a time. We keep saying, let's try to shock the world. I think we've done that. So to use it again is, quite repetitive, redundant, but that's still our goal.
Okay.
I think the world kind of knows what we're about, but if we still have to keep going, we're ready for that.
Yeah,
we're ready for that.
No doubt about it. We will be ready to see Nigeria compete at the highest level at the World Cup when that one kicks off, and we wish the ladies can have the preparation that they want in time for the competition. It's beautiful having to talk about everything basketball right now, and let's prepare our minds to run over and touch on the Basketball Africa League. That one kicked off on the 5th of this month and will last until May 28th. It's taking place in 3 different centers: Dakar, that's Senegal, Kigali, Rwanda, and Cairo, Egypt. I'm sure you guys are still offended, Dan and Azu, that there's no Nigerian team competing here because of politics in the country.
I'm not offended. I did say it was going to happen. Okay. So I'm not offended.
You know the vex.
What happened to my mic?
Sorry, sir.
I know the vex. I already knew. I mean, I said it. Okay. I know he's going to say I always say it, but I said it. I did.
As on point. This is a hit back to back. 3 straight Mondays. He said it. Mm-hmm. You have to use that line really to just tell us of his abilities to see the future.
That reminds me of a song long time ago.
Yes,
Natasha Bedford. I love you, I love you, I love you. So it's 3 times. It's complete. He won't say it next week.
I said it.
End of the road. These words.
By the way, we have a talking point every time.
You didn't ask me, but I'm angry.
Sorry, I go ask you now. You're a happy man. Things don't annoy you. You're a fantastic guy, as you. But yeah, quickly, we're streaming live on Facebook as always, so you can go there to catch us. Nigeria Info 99.3. That's how you can find the Nigeria Info page on Facebook, and you catch us there streaming live. So you can drop your comments on Facebook. We'll share them with the listener to you as we progress. And of course, there's a WhatsApp portal. There's our Twitter handle, always lighted up like a candle at Nigeria Info FM. That's another platform through which you can speak to us, and the phone line to be buzzing to you as we progress. This is what we're talking about. So it's important. I just spoke about Dan and the fact that we have to have young talents have access to basketball courts to play the game. But I want to find out from you, did you ever represent your school in basketball or any sport whatsoever while you were in secondary school? Did you ever represent your secondary school in any sport? Could be your primary or secondary school. And if your answer is no, did you know anybody that represented your school in sports? What did the person achieve later in life? Did the person follow up with the sport, or the person just finish representing the school and then move on? Please get ready to share these stories with us. We'd love to hear from you. Like I said, there's Twitter, there's WhatsApp, there's Facebook. All of these platforms are available for you, and we'll also ensure that we listen to you through the phone lines. So, simple question again: did you ever represent your school in basketball or any sports? And if you did not, did you know anybody who represented?
Even if it's
how far did the person go?
Even if it's catcher.
Even if it's match past. For, at least match past Children's Day. If you go represent your school for match past.
Even if not hide and seek. And sports.
Because honestly, we need to have more of these platforms. As well done, we need to have more of these platforms where we have young talents able to exude their quality in sports. And times like this, you want to commend the brands over the years.
There's a lady now, I'm asking her. She's actually a teacher, a young girl of about 19, trying to get admission. Fantastic footballer. Never played professional football. Never played in that. She just said she grew up playing football. I'm like, a lady? And I'm still shocked. This is just one I know. You know how many? She plays the drums, she sings, she does a lot of things. But that football is one thing she wants to do. And I looked at her. In my heart, I'm like, can this girl make it through as a footballer in Nigeria? It's going to be really tough.
Give me her contact.
I will do that.
All right. We'll work something out.
I'll do that. Thank you so much.
As a big man that you are, really. But yeah, I was just talking about the fact that over the years, we've known brands who have been identifying with school sports, and
basketball especially.
We always have to commend these brands when they do well. There's several brands you can call out, but one of those I know I will not forget in a hurry, and it's the fact that the more we appreciate these brands, the more they help to grow sports in the country. I know growing up, there was always this Milo basketball competition that year. You know, you always have this school stuff. Yeah. So you know, the truth is, if we don't have, it's just like the Shell Cup. Then there was Shell Cup for football.
Principal Cup. Yeah,
you know,
I was going to talk about Principal Cup.
The same way you had Cowbell Mathematics.
Exactly.
You had Milo for basketball. You had Shell Cup for football. You know, so we need to have these brands work for us. Okay, the man is on the line, and I was waiting to get that confirmation. We have TV personality, radio host, sportscaster, actor, MC, everything.
The hype man for the
on the show right now. Jimmy, welcome back from South Africa. I always say South Africa. Welcome back from Western Africa, Senegal.
Yes, Senegal. How you guys doing? I've been listening to you guys, and trust me, I have my stories to tell, but I don't think you have enough time to hear all these stories.
Really? This is my story.
This is
I
my
also
song.
participated in Milo basketball clinics back in the day.
Wow.
When they held clinics in the National Stadium. I grew up in Surulere. So access to, the National Stadium was always a thing of joy for me. So going to participate in the Milo basketball clinics kind of opened my eyes to basketball.
Nice.
Then I translated that because I was in Igbobi College, Yaba. Any of you know Igbobi College?
Yeah, sure.
So we were part of like a league of missionary schools at the time. King's College, St. Greg,
Nice.
St. Timbers. I think that's and Igbobi. We formed the Kings. And our principal came to us and said they're including basketball in one of the games that we'll be playing. But we didn't have a basketball coach. We didn't have a basketball team.
Wow.
So it was myself and the sports teacher at the time, Mr. Oko. Very strong man. He flog you and he go flog you.
Mr. I love it.
So he be Thanos that time.
He be serious Thanos. Inevitable. So we kind of formed a team. I was a non-playing captain because I was kind of small in stature. I kind of grew into my full body late in my life.
So this height you have, this 6'2" or 3", it was later in life you got it.
Jimmy,
exactly. Jimmy,
Bossman,
Jimmy, what God cannot do does not exist. Go ahead.
He doesn't. It's my transformation story. I'll post that soon.
Jimmy, you're giving me hope. I know I'm not the tallest of guys in the world.
Hello. Jimmy, please go on.
But yeah, let's. It's amazing to know that your love for basketball. I've seen you play basketball recently, of course, when we had the opening of the NBA Africa basketball office right here in Lagos, and the celebrity game you played in that one. So apparently your love for the sport started when you were still in school, which is what we are preaching now, the ability to have people have that experience and then grow into becoming stars themselves. But speaking about stars, speaking about stars, man, you were hanging out with the stars in Senegal. The Basketball Africa League is live. What was it like watching action from the competition live in Senegal?
I must give a big shout out to Amadou Fallo Gal. He's Gallo Fall rather. He's done an amazing job of identifying the areas in which African basketball can actually thrive within the limitations of being on the African continent. If you were if you watched the first tournament in Rwanda, you would see that there's an improvement this year in terms of the quality of the teams that are playing, the players that are actually involved. And also the fact that it's not just going to be one venue. It's now Senegal, Cairo, and then going back to Rwanda for the finishing leg of that. So it's expanding, within the space of 1 year. They're touching 3 cities. And the teams have become more competitive. Now, you made mention earlier on of the fact that Nigeria is not represented in terms of teams. But we do have quality players that are actually representing the Nigerian flag. Odekpa, for example, playing for Slack, he's an immense talent in that center position, and I had the opportunity to meet with him and speak with him as well, and he was so excited at the opportunities that are available. We also have Chimelu that plays on the other side of the spectrum as well. We have sprinkles of Nigerian players that are in almost every team, and it's good for integration. There are some American players that are brought back to infuse in all these teams, but obviously the most dominant side is the U.S. Monastir. They just are an unstoppable force from Tunisia. I was watching them playing against the Senegalese team, And oh my God, even with the amount of people in the stadium supporting the Senegalese team, they took them to the cleaners easy. It was fun to watch. Let me put it this way: in terms of an experience, it was great to be there. I got an opportunity to play in the celebrity game, and for me, that was just important in terms of integrating the rest of Africa together. I got to meet people from Senegal. I don't speak French, but we communicated with the words of basketball.
It is the
beauty. You know what I mean? And basketball was our language. It was universal. I ended up saying a lot of d'accord.
You're doing a good job. I'll come to you for some classes, Jimmy. I wish I had all the time in the world. Really, I shouldn't come.
Red flag.
Like that aujourd'hui, which means what's today's date.
Who knows? I could start using French to rhyme if you teach me right. So we've had Jimmy Akinshala join us on the show. Jimmy, of course, going to experience the Basketball Africa League itself in Senegal, and we hope that from a Nigerian perspective too, we can grow our sports to that level where we can host Basketball Africa League games too in the future.
My God, the arena in Senegal was amazing. Oh my God. And right next to it is their new football stadium as well.
Fantastic.
We need to take the big step of getting our facilities right. That's the next step for Nigeria.
True. Priority for us.
Get our facilities sorted, and we'll be on.
No doubt about it. Jimmy, thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Merci beaucoup.
Thanks for speaking to us.
C'est bon.
Allez, Chukuma. I think I know I said something. I don't be coming before saying
All right, so this is Courtside and this is Nigeria Info. We'll get to the phone lines to hear from you too, because Dan and Azu haven't spoken enough. They're going to take over when it comes to NBA issues for us. But it's important we hear from you. Did you ever represent your school in a sports competition, basketball or any other sport while in school? If you did not, did you know anybody who did? How far did the person go with the sport? 0700 993 993 993. Okay.
Tinko, this sport.
It will soon be waiting me this nothing or thing. 1, 2, 2. Whatever, I beg me go phone lines. I beg.
0700
993 993 993. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. You're through the Courtside.
Good evening, Nigeria Info.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Very fine. Good evening. How is everything? How is everyone?
Good.
Only hungry, dude.
Okay, my name is Victor. First time caller, actually.
Hey, whoa.
Fantastic stuff, Victor.
Yeah, the first receiving a bell and the
So, Victor, did you ever get victory representing your school in any sport? Did you?
Yeah, actually, I represented my school in volleyball.
Wow. Amazing. Cool stuff, man. Cool stuff.
I was back then in secondary school, actually.
What school was that? So we catch you.
In Benue State. College.
Amazing stuff. So did you take it further than secondary school or you just stopped there after school?
I actually stopped there.
All right. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you so much. Thanks for calling
Thank you,
us.
Victor.
Good to hear from you, Victor. Let's squeeze in 1 or 2 more calls before a commercial break. Hi.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
My name is David. Calling from Lagos.
All right. We're struggling to hear you, but did you represent your school in any sport?
No, actually not, but I know somebody.
I love your honesty.
Same class together.
Okay, so that person.
Name is I don't know. The one you call Apache that played for that 20 that year.
Is it Aruna Ibrahim? No.
Aruna Lukman.
Okay.
Rabbi Ibrahim. Oh, he was in your school.
Chrysanthus Macaulay.
What school was that?
Keke.
That was Tech High School.
I get you, bro.
Oh, nice one. So at least he didn't just play at school level. He went to national team level too, which is good.
Then he used to play for all this Principal Cup, back then.
Yeah, Principal Cup. Yeah.
So just like the fans, setting them up.
Yeah.
Nice one.
It was at the 2010 World Cup, yeah?
Thank you so much for calling us. Thank you.
2006.
Go think about it. And then it's too far for Luke Mahara. It's too far. Okay, you have some comments on social media, Dan? You sure?
So we have
you never original level now.
Yeah,
Dan.
So we have Mikel Daleki. In my school, basketball is not played, but I know a mate who plays basketball very well, but he has already graduated from school.
All right, let's just leave it at that, Dan. Let's go in for this commercial break. When we return, you read more of those comments, Dan, and then you and Azu take us through the latest from the NBA. Stay with us on Courtside on Nigeria Info. We'll be back. Chuma Nolin here with Daniel, the one and only Daniel Chipuma, and also Azubike Onicha. I had to pause a bit because I saw a tweet on Awilo Logomba earlier today, and the tweet put out a video of his performance in the Afrima Awards some years back, and you know that line that year, which is what you were trying to do, Azu, was Ale Chukuma. You know, so I don't know if it was Daniel Chukuma's name he was calling him in the early 2000s.
It can't be.
He saw the future.
Let's get to the NBA now for you. Your comments still matter. Dan will be reading more of those thoughts of yours using Facebook. I'll check out the ones on Twitter. Don't forget, we're asking you, did you ever represent your school in any sport or basketball or any sport? And if you didn't, did you know anybody who did that? And how far did the person go after competing at school level? Lebron James created a statistical category all to himself on Sunday, becoming the first player in the history of the league to reach the 10,000 play-2 point mark in rebounds and assists in the Los Angeles Lakers 140-111 point loss to the Phoenix Suns. His team lost though, but the man cannot stop himself from setting new records.
Well, that's why they went and picked up Serge Ibaka. I thought that meant that Brook was going to be done.
Anthony hits the three, and there is assist number 10,000 for LeBron James.
And while the season might not be a storybook for LeBron James and Carmelo, this might be a storybook right here.
It's a storybook, isn't it? So let's go and read the storybooks of Azu and Dan now. More from the NBA for you on Courtside.
9 games, 7 losses, but anytime he scores those 50 points, they get to win. He did 56 points against the Golden State Warriors. Were beating after then the Golden State Warriors have picked up. So I think the team that also lost, was it the Wizards? Maybe they will also pick up from there. It was a 50-point victory, a 50-point game for him. And this is the first 35-year-old to score multiple 50 points in a game. That's a mad. He's just had too many records in the last 1 or 2 weeks. See, when you are good, they are good. His case is like this. There was a time people didn't like Jose Mourinho, but the point, you didn't just have a choice than to love him because he was doing everything back to back. That's what is happening to LeBron James, and you cannot hate LeBron James. Whether you hate him or not, he's going to put those games in your face, and that's what he's doing currently. Let's just take out the records as quickly as possible.
Okay.
For the leaders in rebounds, we have Will Chamberlain ahead of him with about 23,000 plus. LeBron James might not be able to get there.
Catch up with that,
but LeBron James is also one of the guys who is also on the rebound list at this point in time. He has a lot of names above him. Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Evan Hayes, Tim Duncan. But LeBron James has also gotten over 10,000 points as far as 10,000 rebounds as far as rebounds is concerned. I also have the records for assists. For the assists, he's also another man who has done really well. For the points, he's number 3 at this point behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and also Karl Malone. Wow. He's now number 3 with 33,643 points, above Michael Jordan, above Kobe Bryant. He's on 36. The one I just read out is for Kobe, who is number 4. And also for the assists, is now one of the top guys also in the assists. 10,004 assists for LeBron James. He did that just the last game. And that's just the only man you can put on that level.
While Ronaldo is breaking records, goal-scoring records in football, LeBron James is breaking records with assisting in the NBA. And people are still complaining, we'll get that gist later about stats. He's 36, Ronaldo is 37. Then they're around the same level. 1985, Abby. Let's get to the latest now from the NBA. What happened yesterday, Dan? Results?
So the Phoenix Suns beat Los Angeles Lakers 140-111. Grizzlies beat Thunder 125-118. Atlanta Hawks beat the Pacers 131-128. The Pelicans knocked out Rockets 130-105. And Philadelphia 76ers beat the Magic 116-114. Well,
all right. And what's the standing like? Eastern and Western Conference?
Man. Eastern Conference, Miami Heat 1, Philadelphia 76ers 2, Milwaukee Bucks 3rd place, Chicago Bulls 4th, and Boston Celtics 5th position. 6th comes in Cavaliers. And in the Western Conference, we have the Phoenix Suns at number 1, Memphis Grizzlies number 2, Golden State Warriors number 3, Utah Jazz number 4, Dallas Mavericks number 5, Nuggets number 6, and Timberwolves 7.
Yes, the Lakers.
LA Lakers, they suffer.
1-9. But we're coming up.
They're in their playing position.
Let me take something from Twitter before you guys continue.
Exactly.
Next up, we'll just quickly touch on also issues in Nigeria here. The leadership of the Basketball Federation in Nigeria.
Oh, yeah, we go again.
FIBA have come through with something just about 7 days back. At Mazeman700 on Twitter, he's tweeted at Nigeria Info FM. He says, I only represented my school in academic competitions. Dixon Nwakeme represented our school, but his younger brother Anthony Nwakeme was relatively unknown. Both went on to play football internationally, but are still active. Yes, Anthony Nwakeme has played for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And in fact, he's banking in goals for his club in Europe now. So
I call him Adoni.
So that's nice. So he's saying when he was representing his school in academic competitions, it was Anthony's elder brother Dixon who was doing well. Since that time, nobody even know Anthony B.
Exactly.
Now, Anthony can't be big boy for football. Beautiful stuff. Thanks for your story, man. We appreciate you. Thanks for that.
I also have some comments from Facebook.
Yeah.
We have Daniel Egbu. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Dan P from Igondo. And we also have Fola Kemi saying hello. Great job, guys.
Hello to you, Fola. Yeah. Fola, you should get some Naira and dollar. Daniel will be your next caller. If you see him, just holler. You know what I mean already. Okay, yes. But yeah, let's touch on this. And I had to keep the Wahala thing for the end because I know normally if I started with this story, you guys would have argued.
But you know, there's one Wahala we've not talked about.
What was it?
Did you see the way the Philadelphia fans left the what I call it stadium, the arena? Thank you. Football does scatter everything. There was a game that brought a young man back to his old team and brought James Harden face to face with his old squad also. So it was Ben Simmons on the bench, but the bull got to a point that they had to chase one of the fans. Oh yeah, they go out. You don't try. You don't bully. Crazy scene. But it was a crazy game. The Nets came in there with one mindset. They won't win, and it was an obliteration, 100 to 129. At a point, it was like I was watching one of those games that you saw when Chelsea were doing really badly and play. Sorry, I mentioned Chelsea. That's the only one that can come to mind.
It's okay. We'll get to football shortly.
So we saw the exodus of fans. And they were just going on with anger because they came in there with that fact that we must disgrace Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons just did bench.
They were now the ones who were disgraced. Okay,
James Harden couldn't get the best of it, and it was a very lovely game.
We need to try and avoid disgrace as Nigeria now in basketball. And these were the words of the Minister for Youth and Sports Development in the country, Sunday Diary, several weeks back.
So we're at the point now that the elections are held. Unfortunately, we had 2 elections. The ministry has issued a statement that once we review the reports, we will engage and eventually make known our position. That process has started, should be concluded by next week. But what is important for us is that the development of basketball is bigger than any individual or a group of individuals. The national interest of our country and the careers of those athletes will come first. And that is the position that the ministry will take eventually. And we will be bold to convey that to FIBA. Because any federation must operate within the laws of the country. The NBBF is not bigger than the country. No constitution is bigger than Nigeria's constitution, and we are properly guided on that.
So we've had that challenge for a while now, 2 leaderships for the Basketball Federation. We had it in the first term and then things were sorted, and then by the time we had elections, we thought things would be rectified for good. We had issues again. FIBA now have come to make a statement. That was just about 6.5 or 7 days ago. FIBA is the body that runs basketball globally, just like you have FIFA for football. And FIBA has confirmed Amadou Musa Kida as the duly elected president of the Nigeria Basketball Federation in an elective congress held on the 31st of January in Benin City, Edo State. Following the conclusion of the report review process, FIBA congratulated Engineer Musa Kida and other newly elected board members of the Nigeria Basketball Federation in a letter dated March 7, 2022 and jointly signed by its president Hame Niang and Secretary General Andreas Zelensky. So they have gone for one party. Guys, this should be that thing we used to sing in church, and that settles it, right?
No, everything na double.
Okay.
President na double.
I'm waiting for when they will hold the next. I'm waiting for when they will hold the next election in Kafanchan.
Okay. But I hope that this means we can now have one NBBF running basketball in the country, so that our national teams will not be distracted.
We hope.
It's a busy year, and also so our clubs can focus, because Rivers Hoopers should have been in the Basketball Africa League competition, but because of this tussle and battle, Nigeria didn't have a representative in that continental championship.
It's actually not the first time. We saw something like this in 2018 when it was also a tussle, and we heard that FIBA also said, please organize another election. This one, they had to take it different locations.
Choose one.
They your house, my my house.
Kafanchan.
We'll still get power.
I suggest Kafanchan for the next election.
I think that's what happened. It's painful, but like I said, we spoke with what's his name, the Oni. Oni said they are just playing friendly games. Like I said, these guys just wanted to play basketball. Don't allow them suffer. You would have just allowed them to play this basketball game. More exposure for the Nigerian team, River Supers. At least we saw on Facebook they streamed everything live as much as the games were going. Maybe not up to standard, but allow these guys go on and play basketball and represent Nigeria. And also see that all the money they spent was not wasted. They beat everybody and got there, but in the end, nothing to show.
The thing is, for me, I still stand on the fact that we need professional hands to handle basketball as a business. When are we going to get it right? To stream it on Facebook is not enough.
No, you don't get my point.
I get what you're saying.
It wasn't. They organized. The guys who organized it did that. That's not the standard.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's why they actually denounced and told us we are not part of this.
That's what I'm trying to make you
know
understand.
why I kept this topic for last, guys. This is what's going to happen when I sign off with the show. They'll go outside the studio and they'll keep arguing. That's why I kept this topic for now.
I would have gone to the newspaper.
But before we go, because speaking about developmental process for basketball stars, Dan has something to share with us, and after that we're going to switch over to Game On full time. All the exciting football stories to come your way. There's big news around Chelsea and the plan to sell that club before the end of the month of March. We also look back at the weekend's action from the big leagues in Europe, including the NPFL, where Rivers United are pushing to be crowned champions this season. And there's Lewis Hamilton saying he wants to officially change his name in Formula One. So these and more should excite you. For now, though, before Dan speaks, a very happy birthday to this man, one of the greatest basketballers of all time. You know, if you give him time, he'll spice it up with Curry. He's Steph Curry.
It's special. I was trying to enjoy it in the middle of the game because I knew it was on the horizon, and I knew how much I looked up to him growing up. Watching him playing against my dad, emulating a lot of things he did, moving out the ball.
Now that was Steph Curry speaking after he broke the record for the highest number of three-pointers in the history of the NBA. Happy birthday to him. He turns 34 today. Dan, we get Ron. So I feel at this studio, we get entire Game On straight away. So what's the potential great news or good news for us, for people who want to see the basketball in the country?
It's been a tug of events and lots of work. Finally, we've been able to basically not break the news. We want to build a basketball facility in Nigeria.
Nice. And
we've been in talks with Gensteel. Gensteel are one of the biggest construction companies in the US.
Okay.
So there was a bid, and we won that bid. So for now, we're trying to get crowdfunding as regards funding to get the blueprints for this facility. So we've been doing a lot of running around. We've been sharing the post on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, on various social media platforms, trying to seek financial support. So I'm just throwing it out there. If you want to do something for the kids and growth of basketball in Nigeria, please try and donate. If you need more information, reach out to us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Reach out to Azu or Chuma or myself.
What's your social media handles for those who would love to reach out?
My Twitter handle is Daniel Chukuma, and Instagram is Daniel_Ronin9. So just hit me up. Whatever information you need, let me know.
I don't want Safina to hit me now. I know she's hitting on me. That's a different. There's a context for English. That's a different thing.
Hit me.
Hitting and hitting on is a different ball game. I know you're not understanding.
But do you know?
Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, two of the biggest basketballers are from Akron. If you didn't know, you just knew
Curry
that.
And LeBron James. I know. I know. I
just taught you that, Chuma.
Dan, thanks for coming through.
LeBron is coming to Nigeria.
Oh, nice. Amen. In Jesus' name.
Steph is coming too.
Okay, the same way Serena Williams came to Lagos.
Let it be on record that we said so.
My name is Shuma Andali. Next up will be Game On for you here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Stay with us, Femi The Gang, activating all the excitement from football, Formula One, and tennis for you right after now.
Hi guys, I'm Peter Drury, football commentator, and you are hanging out with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info.